Hey everybody, Quincy Point Hunter here. Yesterday, in the middle of the freezing cold, UPS brought me a box. It was like, I opened it up, it was from Sonoratimky, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm speechless. It's just like a whole museum in a box. You know, it's just awesome. What an awesome gift. Anyway, I tried. This is my third try here on this, and I'm going to have to do it in two parts because there's just so much to see. Anyway, to start out with, everything you see in this group here all came in one bag, and it wasn't washed. Tim said, I kind of sent you a hunt in a bag. By golly, he sure did. It was a ball doing this. So I spent most of yesterday morning and part of the afternoon washing this stuff up and going through it. And, there's just all kinds of things in there. Anyway, now here's some material that was in that bag. And there's still some things in there, some tools. I've gone through it a couple times, and every time I go through it, I find more tools. Now, in this, these are the ones I've found so far, the tools that were in there. And you can tell they're tools. They're worked all around. They got some sharp edges on them. This one's real sharp here. It's got little serrations all along there. Here's a tip to a point. Here's quite a tool. This got serrations all along there and all along here. Comes to a point, I'm sure that was used to skin something. There's this. Now this is like a base to a tool, or maybe to a point, but you can see how it's been worked. See all that flaking on there? Oops, pulled a rock head. Anyway, here's one I think is a little point. It's got a curve to it, but by golly, it'd still probably do the job. Looks like a little triangle. Then there's this right here, and this rock is just, it's flat, and it is so polished along on this side. I'm sure it was a little mono of some kind. Isn't that something? It was an adventure doing this stuff. And then there's all kinds of bone that he sent me. I've never found any bones, but there's deer bones and small animal bones, and you can see where they broke them open to get the marrow. Really something. Then there were pieces of pottery in there. Just small pieces, just all kinds of them, from stuff Tim and H had found digging in that. Here's some crinoid fossils. And I don't know, I think they were using some of these for beads, the way they, there's such little ones here. I'll bet they were beads. Anyway, then I found there was this one in there. And this one, I'm telling you, it's all polished and real smooth. All the way around the sides and everything. And on, both faces. I'm thinking that was used for an ear spool. I'm just almost sure of it. Isn't that something? Why would they take time? And you don't find these things polished like that naturally. That is, I do. I think that was an ear spool. That is just amazing. Now then, he sent me some brooks here. See all those? There's some really, nice material in these bases and pieces. That's almost, there's a broken Madison probably. Just missing a tip. Look at all them. And this guy here, he is missing part of the base and part of the tip. But still, how cool is that? Look at that. And then he sent me a bag they had labeled almost. Now this one here, to me, looks like a hafted scraper, because it's beveled here on this front. Along there it's beveled. Look at this. Look at the flaking on that. It's got a rounded, I don't know. I don't know if myself, I wouldn't call that an almost, but but it does, it's got a little damage, but it looks like it could be beveled there too. Be a hafted scraper. I'm just blown away, I tell you, Tim. And here's a quartzite base. I never found anything like that either. Now this is one to me, that's a framer, but then, but look at that. That's really, that's almost, I'd say, a little past almost, but, there's an awesome base. That would have been killer. Look at this material here. It's got these inclusions in it. I've never seen this kind of material before. And then he sent me some, I gotta get my chair. Anyway, look at this. This is a long stem Nadina. Now that's killer. Look at that. Wow. I just, it's got some caliche on it, but, I think that is killer. And then there's bladelets. And these bad boys are still ready to do the work. They're serrated along there and they're still sharp. You know, you marvel at how they could do all this and everything. But they're still real sharp. Well, guys, that'll have to be part 1. I'll be back with part 2.